Beautiful. Thank you. So Joanna Fuhrman is going to read next from the Emotive Function.
I just want to start by thanking Karen for her amazing work. I figured we could read the whole chapter in 10 minutes. So I'm going to start with the epigraph by Lisa Robertson. Some of my origins were outside history, which gave me an advantage. Sanctuary. The here is we, shore lost, fingers missing like the, you try to enter, and so no need. We try to feel each other without eyebrow prowess, which never works. Despite the monologue, moon glue, you spread about the we that was or is. Under wings, we hide our tools and remember coins found in narrow and narrower hallways. I wear a mask you threw off when wind hit the trees. The children laugh like adults, destroying happiness through an activated possibility of speech. I can see their livers wiggling when they open their mouths. They've seen the inside of all the migrating planets and like Earth best. I don't blame them. To hear a piano underwater is to be something like a child. You can call your feeling happiness and move away from it and into busyness, or fuzzy wuzzy goes the emotive function. Woof woof goes the moment of peace. If you translate my hee-hee to oh-oh, what has lost your power, a drowning ship. You said, I am looking for my childhood under every goddamn rock. I said, I'm looking for sanctuary under every goddamn child. This is how a speech act dissolves into an act of speech. Brainy and curled up, singing in the faraway look. I entered a language with both of my toes, now feel nothing but nostalgia for speech, said the punching bag I used as a face. All the eyelids dream of sleeping, mouths dream of singing songs with only O's. I am the O you swallow, they whisper where the trees whisper, where the boulevard, what? Ha-ha, says the wind on fire, which means we are almost there. Hee-hee, says the fiery wind, which means we are anywhere but there. So I've been snapping my fingers when there's an asterisk on the page. Oh, I forgot to say that. Notes on the end of thought. In a child's rendering of my life, I have a ram's torso, a chicken's beak. The cartoon bubble leaving my mouth is empty, except for a wandering comma shaped like a tear. What was that song we sung to the eyeball? Were you the song I sang to the eyeball? I cut my hand singing. My tongue cut my hand singing to the eyeball, trying to sing. When there is time, we will levitate. There will be time to levitate. To splatter consonants on the ceiling like feeling or thought. To swallow atmosphere and spit out light. A creaky bird remembers his past as a firefly. How the woman with the perm tried to cradle him to her plastic breasts. There were no icicles in heaven then. No ice. When we meet, it's his language, or his breath. Don't listen to the walls creeping toward the dark. Peel away the sticker image of the river and feel me, the real river, flowing underneath. a new poem. This one is, he is opening his mouth so he can hear me. The old men are eating other people's eyelids. Nothing special. Buy 5 noses, get one free. Here's a teleprompter. Women in yellow nightgowns erase one another. Send me the body of Jiminy Cricket. Text the itinerant soul. The title of this poem was going to be A True Story Ruined by Talking. The title of this poem was going to be Truth Approximately. But then you showed up with your Coca-Cola eye patch. But then you showed up with your eye burnished from looking, with your eyes spinning like berries. Conversation is often possible if the lights are dim. Try believing in more to get more. The truth is somewhere between the pincushion and the nightlight. We fudge the truth to get to something else. A love letter sewn into a jacket, a knife without a blade. But still, we approach each other. And still, we lie beside each other and whisper. We were studying history backwards. Inside the hologram, the real self, a monotheistic toad, croaking for hot dogs, killing itself to give birth to or apples to another, like a troop of fairies riding over the hilltop. I say nothing and mean it, I say nothing and mean it, tossed casually into a mouth, like that city at the end of God. And this is based on a sculpture called Girl 38, so it's called Girl 38. I had suspected one of my breasts had wandered off, but didn't mind, didn't notice the nipple poking its eye from my ass, until you asked me its name. We call it racing, or we call it talk. We call it a body, or we call it home. I don't know the difference, if there is a difference, so say nothing, and wear the extra feet as a necklace. High heels dangling like long pink teeth. A swarm of 1-inch gibbering parts orbits what's left of my limbs. I miss them, even when they're here. Music from a belly button. Or yes, that is my foot you are stepping on, so be nice. I was looking at my thighs in the frame of a digital camera. It was May or October, evening or dawn. I didn't know, but could smell oranges and burning violins. For a moment, nothing in the landscape resembled a vulva, which let me relax, feel the breath leaving my mouth and falling into the air reparative devices we strapped to our biceps when the ocean died. I had a memory of walking across a hip. I had a memory of walking across some lips. For years, we've been spotting body parts in every inch of the deteriorating scenery. A pointy breast hanging from a reedy tree, a clavicle in the baby mountain, a pregnant belly in the park's round lawn. So that afternoon, when the valley appeared abruptly, nakedly, non-referential, it felt as if a window had suddenly opened, and something or anything might climb out and become us, the way we had once become so many other things. You turn the record off. The chance to walk across the vowels vanished. We were stuck again in an unlocked room. Was that a voice between my mouth and tongue? My arms were the only art I noticed in the museum, the one where they store the rubble, where every gargoyle has a face you almost recognize before it changes shape. The white peacock dipped its feathers in oil and wrote a history of sadness on the wall or on my face. I'm sorry, none of this was what I meant back then. Or, I'm sorry, that's only what I meant back then. So I'm going to skip one poem, and then I'll read the last one. Notes on the end of thought. In the park, we think we are in a forest. The trees smell like wet, sobbing tulips. Or is it raw chestnuts? Your legs are undulating, unshelled lobsters, and so is my face. No one notices us, sharing a single arm. All morning, raw footprints. A bumpy etc., I think is a self. A detached, floating compass needle, not me. Sewn, sew together, take apart and taken. We fall towards a week and lose it. Skin everywhere, like lane. Thank you.